CTV News at 5 with Hudson Mack.
A dog has been seriously injured after being electrocuted by a BC Hydro box in Vancouver. The dog's owners were out for their daily walk near Davian Butte on Boxing Day when their dog Abby, a South African Mastiff, was jolted after stepping on top of the box. Abby couldn't break free and started yelping. Her owners were also shocked, and it took them a moment to realize what was actually happening.
And that was one of the most horrifying moments when she stopped screaming and she went totally stiff and her eyes rolled back, and then Josh said to me, he goes, I can hear it. There's electricity here. And then we pieced it together, why we were having those feelings and what was happening. And
Abby's owners say she is still recovering. This was a serious problem in Toronto a few years ago where dogs were killed and even children were injured. But BC Hydro says it is a first for this province.
It's very unusual for BC Hydro. This is a very rare incident, and that's why we're taking it so seriously, because it's something that we just never had this kind of experience. We immediately cordoned off the area. Repairs started right away. Crews have been working actually through the night for the last 2 nights. The box has now been repaired, but we're continuing to monitor it and keep an eye on it. We've also initiated an inspection program to look at other boxes in the area to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Hydro still doesn't know exactly what caused the box to malfunction and shock the dog. Back on the island, fire broke out in a basement suite in Langford this morning, sending one man to the hospital suffering from smoke inhalation. It happened shortly after 8 o'clock at a house on Stellar Lane near Bear Mountain. Firefighters say the blaze started in a bedroom, and they believe it was a mattress fire.
It's still under investigation, but it appears the fire was somewhere around the bed area in the second bedroom. So our investigators will be doing further investigation of that to determine the actual cause and origin of the fire.
The fire was contained and there is minimal damage to the suite. The main floor occupants have returned back to their home. People in Cordova Bay have noticed something different about their beach in recent days and have been out this week getting rid of it.
What can we put in? Maybe we can put a bunch of the plastic in it.
Beachcombers spent hours today picking up pieces of plastic, garbage, rope, styrofoam, you name it, nets, and even a long pipe. They say they have noticed more dead birds washing up too, and it has them concerned.
It's disturbing, actually, to see that much in just one little short walk on the beach.
Seems like a lot of cap lids and bottles, but it also seems to be stuff from, I think, fireworks, I'm guessing.
There seems to be a lot of plastics out here. You kind of wonder where it comes from, but I think it's a little too far from Japan for here.
At this point, no one knows where the debris is coming from, and there is no indication so far that it is from the Japanese tsunami. The holiday season also brings out more demand for blood donors. Canadian Blood Services says the situation right now is desperate. The Give a Holiday Miracle campaign kicked off December 1st and runs until Wednesday. So far, weekly targets are being met, but the organization says donations are dropping off. With many regular donors on vacation or spending time with family at this time of year, the blood bank is reaching out to people who don't normally give blood.
Well, the holidays are tough time schedule-wise for people. A lot of our regular blood donors are busy with family activities and vacation, and we understand that, and we definitely want to make every opportunity available for them to exercise proactive philanthropy with their family during the holidays, so they can share that message with their friends and family and really get out there and help us meet the need for hospital patients.
To meet hospital needs over the holidays, Canadian Blood Services needs 98,000 donations across the country, with 14,000 of them coming from BC. If you'd like to find out where you can donate or to sign up, you can go to www.blood.ca. The flu is on the rise in Canada, with the number of cases jumping over last year. Health Canada is seeing a big increase in lab-confirmed cases. Several outbreaks were reported in long-term care facilities and hospitals, with H3N2 being the dominant strain.
More outbreaks in long-term care facilities and hospitals and so forth. So, and certainly more doctor visits or consultations for influenza-like illness. So we are seeing more severe illness.
Doctors say the best thing you can do to prevent the flu is to wash your hands frequently, sneeze into your sleeve rather than your hands, and if you feel sick, stay home. U.S. President Barack Obama is putting the pressure on congressional leaders, saying it's their last chance to make a fiscal deal. The so-called Fiscal Cliff deadline is looming. When it hits on Monday, austerity measures will automatically kick in. Huge spending cuts and tax increases for Americans will kick in. Obama says despite the 11th hour nature of the negotiations, he's confident a deal will be struck.
I'm modestly optimistic that an agreement can be achieved. Nobody's going to get 100% of what they want, but let's make sure that middle-class families and the American economy, and in fact the world economy, aren't adversely impacted because people can't do their jobs.
Obama says if a deal can't be reached, Congress should allow a vote on a basic package to save tax cuts for middle-class Americans while extending unemployment benefits. A rare session has been called for Sunday. Well, a woman who was gang raped in New Delhi died in hospital this afternoon in Singapore. The 23-year-old student was on a moving bus earlier this month when she was brutally beaten and raped. She had 3 abdominal surgeries and a heart attack in India before she was flown to Singapore. Massive protests broke out over India as demonstrators accused Indian authorities of belittling rape victims. The Indian state of Punjab fired and suspended police officers accused of ignoring the rape of another woman who then went on to commit suicide.